Folks, good morning and welcome to the Phoenix Business Exchange, East End edition. And it's a nice 7 degrees outside on sunny September 27th. And we're going to go over some educational minute with Mike. Mike, over to you, sir.
Great. Thank you, Bernie. Morning, everybody. I hope you're enjoying your fall so far. I want to talk to you about something to consider about maybe forgetting your business goals, your business targets, your aims, and your business objectives. I'd like to talk more about commitments because most people make the mistake of talking about, goals, targets, aims, and objectives. And they have sales targets, customer satisfaction goals, profit objectives, and they aim to be a good employer, et cetera, and so on. Goals, targets, aims, and objectives are weak and wishy-washy words that leave way too much wiggle room not to perform. They should all be replaced with one powerful word. As a suggestion, commitment. Nobody cares what aim to do or you strive to do. What they want to know is your commitment to. There's a huge difference between a goal or a target and a commitment. A goal is something that we score something and don't score other times. And that's life. Well, at least we tried. A target is something that we hit sometimes and miss other times. And that's okay. It's just a target. But a commitment is something fundamentally different. It feels different because it is different. Some may argue that, well, we're just playing with words here, but it's much more than that. You see, when we change our language, we change our business culture. You can't have an engaged, committed, and effective team without clear commitments. But also remember that it's not a commitment unless they agree to do it. Imposed commitments don't work. They create resentment. So get everybody on your team involved in creating these clear commitments and get them excited about delivering them. And once you have clear commitments in every part of your business, create urgency and accountability about delivering them. Anyone who can't or won't get the program that you're trying to relay your commitments to, well, they need to go and invite them to move on. So I recommend never again talk about goals, targets, aims, objectives in your business. From now on, in every memo, every meeting, in every email that you send, every conversation, talk about clear commitments to your customers, to your team, to efficiency, profitability, to safety, to the environment, and to your community. You will be amazed at the difference it will make. We become what we speak. So that's it for this morning. The main thing is to keep the main thing. Back to you, Bernie.
Mike, thank you so much, folks. I've just posted into the chat the link to LinkedIn Live. So if you want to put your contact details in that space, that'd be most advisable. And we're going to start off with what we do for a living. And what's up? Sam, you're up.
Thank you, Bernie. Good morning, everyone. I'm Stores, ConnectedCars.ca, reporting from Peterborough, Ontario. Doing some painting at our son's house. His girlfriend bought a house here in Peterborough and doing some outside painting while the weather's still good. Well, you know me, I do dash cameras, electronics in cars, backup cameras, also do minor repairs, oil changes, brake jobs. And I talked about oil changes last week. And I did mention something that has occurred twice in my career, and that is called engine sludge. If you're not driving an EV, and you ignore your oil changes, you can get something called engine sludge. And one of my neighbors ignored his oil changes. It was a lease car. It cost him $5,000 to replace the engine in the car. Second one was a customer of mine, a friend I played baseball with. He ignored his, and the engine sludged up. And thank goodness, I think I caught it on time and changed it out, but it came out real thick. So you don't want to ignore your oil changes. At least 10,000 kilometers, no more than that on any car, on any oil. Sam Stores Connected Cars that say today's mobile electronics without the cost of the vehicle and a heck of a lot more.
Sam, thank you. Susan Epps, over to you, man.
Susan, yeah.
There we go. Wouldn't unmute. Good morning, Susan Ebbs. I represent Total Renewal, and we're affiliated with Melaleuca.com for all your cleaning needs. We have a special cleaning product that's non-toxic. All our products are non-toxic. There's no phthalates, chlorine, bleach, et cetera, and what we're trying to do is eliminate all these toxins in our home because it's causing problems with breathing, and many people are getting ADHD and all sorts of conditions like that. So the other benefit of Melaleuca is we have concentrated products so that a little goes a long way, and we specialize in reutilizing our bottles, our spray bottles. So we're trying to save the environment. Susan Ebbs with melaleuca.com. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Mike, over to you, sir.
Hey, thank you, Bernie. Morning, Mike with We Care Focus. Just for some of you that might not know, my first career, I was a collision shop owner for 23 years. And I was also on the sounding board for the Eastern Ontario Collision Board for 11 years. From that, I created an online distracted defensive driving geared towards new drivers and about to be new drivers. I teach them on the financial ramifications if they don't focus at the task at hand, the ripple effect to their pocketbook, to their insurance premiums, and so on, their family. And I also educate them on the emotional consequences causing a life-threatening injury to somebody or a death, and how that affects their mental health for the rest of life. Next week, Thursday, October the 5th at 7 o'clock, I have a complimentary online 60-minute presentation for new drivers and about to be new drivers, and even seasoned drivers. It's put on by the Metcalfe Community Association. Believe me, 60 minutes of the individual's time, they're going to create some insights, apply it to their driving habits, and mitigate the chance of them causing an at-fault accident. So I'm going to, with your permission, is send you out all script, send it out to your customers. It's a great touch point to let them know how you care about the community. Our number one societal concern that we have is distracted driving, and how you're trying to make an impact in saving an individual's life. It's a great touch point, great marketing tool for you, and ask them to pass it on to their people. They will know that it was sent by you. And believe me, when people sign up, you're going to get the feedback by going, thank you very much, because parents are worried about their new drivers in their family. So if you're distracted, you're not driving.
Mike, thank you so much. Wendy, over to you.
Okay, thank you, Bernie. Good morning, everyone. Wendy Chung, real estate broker with Century 21 Synergy and team lead with the Ottawa Housing Condo Group. As we all know, we're all living in challenging times where money is tight because everything has gone up in price. The best thing we can do right now is to stay in touch with all the people we've either done business with or anyone that we actually know personally and professionally. So today I want to give a shout out to my coach, Doug Hannon, and to the Tom Ferry Network, who have kept us above water. I think this is the type of market for real estate agents where it's either going to make you or break you. I think we're going to see a lot of agents leaving the business because they don't have the systems and the mindset to keep themselves on top of things. So right now we are working on a challenge. It's called 100K in 100 days. And with our coach, he's got all of his coaching clients on this challenge. So we have to be accountable every single day. And I think that's important for all of us if we want to stay in business. So again, Wendy Chung with the Ottawa Housing Condo Group and Century 21 Synergy. Thank you.
Wendy, thank you so much. Tanya, over to you, ma'am. Those buttons are tricky.
Yeah, they're a little tricky.
Hi, everyone. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
You're
Okay.
sounding low. Perfect.
Okay. So my name is Tanya Hewitt from Beyond Safety Compliance, and I really like some of the words that have been spoken already. I'd like to pull from what Mike and Wendy just spoke about in terms of the 5 dysfunctions of a team. This is one of the products that I would bring to businesses. Pat Lencioni says that the 5 dysfunctions of a team start with vulnerability-based trust. If people cannot actually be vulnerable with one another, you're not going to be able to progress to conflict. Conflict is not a bad thing. Conflict allows you to get to the best idea. It's not a personal thing. It's trying to be able to struggle through issues that people have or businesses have, and to get to the best solution that they can get to given the circumstances they're in. After that is accountability, and we've heard a lot about that already. And after that, there's commitment first, and then accountability, and then focus on results. Once into a business, they can really start to understand how they can get to what their goals and their objectives that Mike had talked about earlier were, that were not just on paper, but put into the way that they do their meetings and the contracts and everything. So it's a fantastic way to be able to ensure that teams become healthy. So that's me, Tanya Hewitt from Beyond Safety Compliance. How does your work look?
Tanya, thank you so much. And over to Penny Lee.
Morning, everyone. Penny Lee Prevo, the Dancing Motivator. And Tanya, you are absolutely correct. Great words have been spoken this morning. One of the major challenges for individuals who are looking to make a change is their mindset. People who are looking to improve their health, as the Dancing Motivator, I help people change their mindset about exercise and movement and the benefits that has on your body long term. And I know that our body is geared to heal itself. It just needs the right environment in which to do that. And one of those things is increasing your lung capacity. And so today what I'm looking for are people who have bronchitis or asthma, challenges with breathing. I teach a class specialized for improving health called Moving to Heal. And I know that through gentle movement, the lungs will expand little by little, allowing you more and more oxygen to feed your blood system, which of course helps you improve your cardiovascular. So I'm looking today for people who have challenges with breathing so that I can help them to regain their vitality and increase their energy, where movement is medicine.
Penny, thank you so much. Alex, over to you, sir.
Hi, good morning, everybody. Well, I've got two intros today, so I'll start with Dave Bellavo. He's in Europe, so he asked me to present on his behalf. So Dave runs Bellavo Frozen Foods, a frozen food supply company based here in Ottawa. And this allows him to bring restaurant quality food to your table. Dave invited me to lunch not long ago, and since meeting him, I've purchased wolf head smoked salmon, Wagyu ground beef, marinated steaks, and AAA grade steaks, all of which were excellent and way beyond my expectations. I thought before I was cooking steaks wrong, but I just had the wrong steak. I referred some friends to Dave not long ago, and now they won't even buy their meat anywhere else. It really is that good. So if you want good quality meat and fish, the kind that you can't get in the supermarket, give Dave a call. He's a super nice guy, and he can advise and guide you to select the foods that you'll enjoy. And yeah, super lovely guy. So that's Dave. And for me, I'm Alex from eVolta Electric. We are a passionate team of experienced and knowledgeable electricians based here in Ottawa with an expertise in sustainability. So whether you're looking for an electric vehicle charger, commercial or residential, lighting retrofits, LED lighting, building automation, or general electrical work done by a team that cares, eVolta has the tools, the expertise to get the job done right. So please give us a call if you have any electrical projects that you need. We'd be delighted to help. Thank you very much.
Alex, thank you so much. To our guest, David Humphreys. Over to you, sir.
Hi,
Yeah,
Bernie.
David.
Hi, Bernie. Hi, Tony. Hi, Penny Lee. You three know me. My name is David Humphreys. I run a local nonprofit called Dreamers Walk Canada. We're finally getting to do it in person, as Penny was smiles. We're a nonprofit that runs that raises money for cerebral palsy. The next 3 years, we're raising money for Camp Marywood in Perth, which is a camp that is for people with disabilities. I was invited by Penny Lee a couple of years ago, but I was very sick, but I'm back at it. Jacqueline Richardson invited me last night, so I'm here, but I've known Penny and Bernie, and I've met Tony a couple times for a very long time, so I finally made it. Our walk is, we have an event October 6th, which is World Cerebral Palsy Day. We have a candlelight vigil. And then on October 7th, we have the walk finally. They're both at the Superdome by Ben Franklin Park from 6 to 9 on the Friday night, and then 11 to 6:30 on the Saturday. Thank you guys for allowing me to come.
David, welcome. Tony, over to you.
Well, thank you very much, Bernie. I got a note last night after I got back from the Mix and Mingle, and I want to read it to you because it was one of the many testimonials that I get. I was working with this client. She's in New York. We did a Zoom call. She was complaining about leaks in her lungs and her heart that she was really going with, and wondered if anything that I could do would help on a physical perspective. So this was her note last night. Hi, Tony. Just wanted to text you. I went to a cardiologist today and had them do an EKG and electrocardiogram to see if the degree of leak had gotten worse or better or the same. The doctor said that it went from moderate after the echocardiogram to a very unusual mild. He said again that this is not really possible because usually any leaks get worse, not better. I think of your healing and meditation on the tree meditation that you gave me, where I imagine the roots going through my body and covering everything. Wow, this is so amazing, so grateful. One of the things that we look at is when we look at our thoughts, where are our thoughts handed? We talk about mindset today. That came up in a few times. And where your mindset is what your body adjusts to or adapts to. When we have a very low self-esteem of ourselves, the body will react to that and all the organs will have the same vibration as that. So just to sort of end all that, it says mindset matches your blind set. Make sure that you are aware that what you think about, your body adapts to. Tony Jennis from Higher Self, where we're here to raise your spirits.
Thank you so much. My name is Bernie Fransgrove, and what do? I introduce businesses, B2B space. It's global. I also run a podcast called Knack for Business, and it talks about the business journeys. It's called Knack for Business. Also co-host on another podcast called Property Wizard, and that's about commercial real estate investment. And one tie-in piece is the World Referral Network, free to join, and there is a membership side, and so you can also place it in there. David, if you're posting your link, I think you directed it only to me, so you might want to widen that scope to everybody else, just FYI. And now over to our main center act, Q. Madam Q, over to you. Oh, I rang that. I don't know how that happened. I really don't know how that happened, but your name is perfect for this.
Thank you, Bernie. Hello, everyone. My name is Q, and I'm the insurance lady of the group. And today I'm really excited to share with you some way to protect your business using life insurance. And forgive me if my excitement did not show through my face or my voice. Just had my wisdom teeth removal and my face is a little stiff today. Anyhow, let me share my screen. Oh, can you allow me to share my screen?
Hang on. Yeah, hang on for a sec. Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you, Tony.
Yeah, this is fantastic. You're able to do this after having your wisdom teeth out. Wow.
I already confirmed tasks with Sam, so I wouldn't, say that I can't. All right. So let me know when you guys can see me.
You're full screen. You're good to go.
Awesome.
Perfect.
So the first kind of insurance I want to touch base on is key person insurance. So a key person is a valuable individual in your business, and he or she is responsible for important tasks. And without them, your business will lose income, lose sales, or incapable to operate. Change slide. Oh, here we go. So what is a key person insurance? If a business owner or another significant employee within a company passes away, key person insurance would provide a death benefit to the business. So technically your business will be the owner of this insurance, and the life insurer will be the business owner or the significant employee. In some instances, key person insurance may be a requirement by a financial institution or creditor. If you're trying to get a business loan and need collateral, having a key person insurance may allow you to get the fund you need by putting a lien on the insurance policy. This is referred to as a collateral assignment. So why is key person insurance important? It is to ensure the continuation of your company, first of all. And if a key person of the business pass away, your business may be forced to close. And having a payout from the insurance company could keep the business afloat as you decide the best strategies to continue operations. If it means, to find and train another employees, or decide to, sell the business or something like that, right? It gives you some time to think about the best strategies for your business. So who need key person insurance? You have to look closely at your business structure and the people who are involved with running it. As a business owner, you are likely to consider a key person. However, there may be other key person who you rely on heavily in your business. If your business is a sole proprietorship, you are the only employee and there's no other people that depend on your business, key person insurance is usually not necessary. However, if you have a spouse or children who require income to live, having adequate life insurance is critical. So how it works? The business purchases life insurance policy on its key employee. The business will pay the premium for this policy and act as the beneficiary. If the person named in the policy passes away unexpectedly, the company receives a death benefit. The insurance proceeds can then be used to cover a wide range of expenses, such as the cost to replace a deceased person, pay off debt or investors, or provide severance pay to employee if the business decides to close down. Okay, now switching gear from key person insurance, life insurance can also be used to fund a buy-sell agreement. So what is a buy-sell agreement? When you are in a partnership, each of you will exit the business at one point, whether voluntary or involuntary due to retirement, disability, or death. So how it works. Each of the business partner own a life insurance policy on each other. And when one partner passes away, the other partner will receive the death benefit, which equals the value of the deceased ownership, and he or she will have the fund to buy them out if they decided to do that. So you may have asked, what if the partner leaves due to retirement and not due to death? Well, you can transfer the ownership to the living partner and give them the life insurance with cash value built inside it. And that will be all that I have to share today. Thank you very much, and I welcome any question you may have. Thank you.
Well, folks, does anybody have a question for Q? Go ahead, Sam.
Thank you. Thanks very much for your presentation. If you're in a sole proprietor like I am, comes a key person, is that a good idea to have my wife as a key person or not?
So if you are sole proprietorship, then having a key person insurance, it may not necessary. If you already have a personal life insurance, because technically your personal life insurance should be, enough to cover your income, like, put like pay your wife, because I would assume that your wife will be the beneficiary for your personal life insurance. So it may not necessary to have your wife as like a key person policy on your wife. Now, if your wife is involved in the business, such as like if she's doing like, the accounting or any kind of, big part of your business, right? Like the administration, for example, then she may need to have her key person insurance policy. Does that make sense?
Yep, thank you.
I just got a quick comment there, Q. Have you ever had it where someone has a home-based business, and if they get a mortgage based on their business from an investor, I could see how an investor would want this type of coverage, because the key income is what this person is doing at home, and if that person passes, well, then that it means that the house is also in danger. In other words, if an investor helps buy the property, and then it's based on their business, he would probably want this type of coverage. Does that make sense, or?
Yeah. Thank you for your comment, Tony. Yes. So if life insurance can also use to like cover the mortgage of the house, but it would not be like a mortgage insurance. Where if the homeowner pass away, then the beneficiary will be the bank. It will be like a personal life insurance, or as I say, key person life insurance, where the business is the owner, so that if something happened to the owner, right, all the debt benefit will be paid out to the beneficiary. So like the investor or.
How is this structured price-wise, Q? Is life insurance about the same price as this kind of coverage, or is it calculated differently?
So the price of the life insurance is always depend on several factors. So name it like the face value, like the amount of the coverage, like the type of insurance, and also about like probably like the health. So it pretty much like a personal, but also we consider like the assets of the business as one factor. So
Okay.
it has to be more on like, a specific scenario of how that works, right? Because we have to take into all that, but pretty much it just like if you would apply for like personal life insurance, but now the owner will just be the business. So they will, whatever.
So in other words, if this key person insurance, let's say it's $1 million, then you have $1 million of life insurance basically. Is it around the same price, or is it, yeah, so I guess it's calculated. Well, it has the same thing as what the health of the key person is, and their age, I guess, and all that. But those are all requirements from life insurance as well. So it's very similar, is it not? It just goes to a different person.
Yes, it is very similar.
Okay.
No, it's just that the business is the owner instead of like, an individual. That's
this makes a lot of sense. If a person has a stake in a company, and there's that coverage that's needed, And this is person like Sam is the man. You know, he does everything. It's not like he's got several other mechanics that can take over whatever. He's it. And yeah, same with my business and many others. So yeah, no, this is a good twist on that kind of coverage where people could ask for that if they're investing in a business. Yeah, Bernie, you're involved with the Property Wizard and all the commercial properties and so on. If somebody does invest, this kind of coverage might be an interesting.
Yeah, it provides an evaluation, and it also you might have a shareholder agreement, and that might be part of it. So
Yeah.
whoever in its position, not the person typically. And I just see that Wendy and Tanya both have their hands up, and I'm going over to Wendy now. Wendy.
Thank you, Bernie. Thank you for the presentation, Q. Just a question. When you have a client who sits down with you to determine the life insurance policy and the value, I know that you ask questions about properties or assets that the person has. Now, as that person sells off the asset, should they then be going back to you as their insurance representative and have to rejig the policy or what? Like, it's just a question, because I know the value of the policy might change if the person is selling off their assets. Do you know anything about that?
So Wendy, we do annual review every year with our clients to make sure that, you know, the insurance coverage that they have is still enough to cover their needs if something unexpected happens. So yes, like if, you know, the assets decrease or increase or anything like that, we can always tweak that life coverage, or also like the length of the coverage as well.
Okay, so it's an annual review that you'll sit down with your clients and sort of review, you know, their financial situation.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Thank
exactly.
you.
And also based on, it had to base on like the long-term goal of the client as well, right? So if the client like sell the property like this year, but then they intend to buy another one in like 2-3 years, right? So like we're not gonna twist their life insurance, because life insurance was supposed to be like a long-term commitment coverage, right? So, you know, if it's very significant, sell, like they consider to like downsize or something like that, right? And never like buy another property, for example, then we would consider decrease their coverage.
Okay, thank you.
Tanya, over to you, ma'am. There you go. You're unmuted.
Yes, okay. Sorry. So thank you for the presentation, Q. I learned new things from that. I had no idea that there were these types of insurance policies. And it got me to thinking, when you were talking about, well, the business owns the insurance, some really diabolical things happen with corporations. And I'm wondering, can this key person insurance be applied to an incorporated company? There's a lot of, you know, the corporation is the person kind of understanding when you're doing this kind of stuff. And I'm just wondering if anybody would apply this kind of insurance to a corporation.
Yes, actually, in terms of like, you know, big company like corporations, they usually have the life insurance on its key employees, such as like a CEO or like all the VPs. So definitely this is something that, you know, big corporations, small corporation, you know, incorporated company would look into for sure, because if something happened to the key employee, right, the corporation would need the time and the money to either look for or train another individual. I hope that answered their questions.
Yeah, that was a fantastic presentation. Really good point.
Yep.
You know, it's the position and how quickly you can replace the person. It's not off the shelf replacement. then it gets and the bigger the company, right? Those are all the risk factors. So we're going to head off and we're going to start doing some other information sharing. First off, if you want to subscribe to the YouTube channel for Phoenix, that is the link in the chat. And another thing we're looking about, if you have, because we have clients that are asking for the following, or we have people asking for the following. If you have someone in the home and auto alarm systems, we're looking for someone in that space, travel agent, appraiser, event planner. Actually, we have an event planner. No, we don't have an event planner. Sorry,
No.
it was a home designer. So event planner, life insurance, especially for the Monday session, landscaper, gardener, house cleaner, gift basket company, photographer, legal firm, family law and or business law, sign maker, swag and promotional goods sales, men's and women's clothing retailer, plumber, and a mobile hairdresser. If these roll up, talk to Penny Lee. She is the contact person. And mind you, if you come across another business and they need the market exposure, looking to grow and connect, invite them in and then have them reach out to Penny Lee. I'm going to share my screen now. Just go over the calendar events that are coming up. And you should see a share happening. And so let's go over the stuff. Well, hang on, we're not in October yet. So here we are. We're still in September. I was moving us too fast. Getting closer to Christmas, folks. All right, moving to Hilo, 2 to 3 with Penny Lee. And then in the evening, 7 to 8. You know, Penny Lee's going to have you moving again, high stepping it all the way through. South End Group is meeting tomorrow, same time, same channel, except it's Thursday. Penny Lee again at 10 to 11. And Friday afternoon, tune in with Tony, super chill moment. And from 1:30 to 2:30, get into that Zen. On the 30th is a recognition of the Truth and Reconciliation Day, National Day for that. Then we have Jacqueline Richards has an event happening that's this Saturday from 8:30 a.m. to p.m., a full moon ceremony. And then we also have Shane Bayless, who has a concussion awareness, and that's going to be held at his clinic in the Canada area. And so if you're not chill yet, not worked things out, Jacqueline has a online yoga class for chair yoga. Monday, we have the Bell's Corners group. Hey, look, Penny Lee's got you moving again. And Penny Lee's got you moving again. And I think Dave's back somewhere. Hopefully he's back the week of October 2nd. Otherwise, he's still in Europe. He won't be hosting any special events. After our group is meeting on Tuesday, October 3rd, 7 to 8. And members are welcome to join. It's about setting up your goals and other events. And what else we got? Oh, yes. This is the event Mike is talking about distracted driving. It's free. Metcalf Community Association, 7 p.m. Sign up. The details are in the calendar. And we have the EORC Annual Fun Day. That's coming up on Saturday. And what else we got? The week of the 9th, there are no Phoenix meetings. There are other things going on, but there are no meetings for Phoenix. And then we're going to take us down to, let's see what's happening here. We also have Carl Richards, who's got the Podcast Jumpstart Bootcamp. That's from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. That's an in-person event, and it helps you get started in your podcasting era. Stop sharing now. Other information to share with you. So what's been going on? Referral-wise, between our members, 393 referrals have happened. So we referred other people to other members within our space. And year to date, BAMs-wise, we are 384. BAMs are business activity meetings where members get to learn about each other and having a conversation. Key point, if you're having a BAM and you're having a really good discussion about a topic, say it's about radon gas, and we've had that kind of conversation, record it, ship it to Tony, and we can post that information. If you're having a good dialogue and you have some really good information, we can start posting that and put it on the YouTube channel. It becomes a reference library. If you are meeting in person, eating establishment, drinking establishment, coffee shop, whatever, take a photo. You represent yourself, the person you're meeting, and the business you're visiting at. So that's really good for business. Business-wise, monetarily, we've had $211,000, actually almost $212,000 worth of business year to date between members. So that's a good thing. Your e-card, that's another element. 9,418 transactions happened year to date. And the utility of the e-card is that you can either scan the QR code, tap because it has NFC capacity, you can tap the card. All your information makes it that much easier to get a hold of you. All right, with the QR code over my shoulder, same deal. You know, it's how to get a hold of a person, whether it's by phone, by text, or by email, or the website. You can also put other content. I'm going to stop there. I'm going to swing over and we're going to say, hey, what's been going on in our week? And I'll start off with Mike.
Thanks, Bernie. Hugh, sorry I had to step out for Mr. Presentation. There was a contractor that, of course, shows up early or what have you. And it's one of those you got to go out and meet, otherwise they're gone for the next few weeks. So sorry about that. And yeah, thank you for allowing me to share my event in today's Zoom session. And shortly we'll be forwarding you a simple email that you can send out to your clients, customers, a really good, positive goodwill touch point opportunity for you to just show them that you care about your community. Thank you.
Mike, thank you so much. Now, Wendy Chung, over to you.
Okay, thank you, Bernie. So unfortunately, no BAMs, but I went to see Shane Bayless about my wrists, and he's been helping me a lot. He's great. He's really great. So since seeing him, I've already referred him to 3 other people. So it's always fantastic that if you use the services of someone and you're happy with it, it's so easy to refer. So I'm grateful that I've got Shane, and I'm grateful that I'm able to refer others who are also suffering from some pain and need his help, that he's there for them. So that's all I've got for now. David, welcome. It's the first time for me to meet you on this call. And I just shared the poster with my team. We're going to take a look at it on Monday at Monday's meeting, and maybe we can participate in your walk that's coming up. So thank you for sharing that today.
Susan Epps.
Thank you very much. Q, excellent talk. I never heard of that key person insurance, so it's very informative. Definitely a necessity when you're, especially if you're a sole proprietor, I would think. Let's see, no BAMs myself. I was at the Mix and Mingle last night, and I won Tony's door prize. I'm looking forward to connecting with Tony on that. Let's see, ongoing business with Wendy and Penny Lee. And that is it for now.
Susan, thank you so much. Sam, over to you.
Sam the man.
Thank you, Bernie. First of all, Q, great presentation. I did jot down the key person in the buy and sell agreement. So thank you for informing us about that. It may not apply to me, but it might apply to somebody like Alex, depending on those electricians. Anyway, thanks again for that. Welcome to our guest there. Where did he go? David, he's disappeared, but he's hopefully he can hear me. Maybe we'll see him again and hear more about his charity. Things going on. Well, I continue to advertise for Evolta when I give my receipts to my customers, whether they're an EV owner or not. They can pass that along to friends and relatives. Things going on. Well, Wendy, I had won the gift certificate in the golf tournament for Shane, and Wendy came up with an idea to switch because our son wasn't interested in it, because I got it for him because he's had 3 concussions now. So he said no, so switched with Wendy, and now I'm going to buy some meat from Dave and enjoy his barbecue steak. That's it for me. Everyone have a great rest of the week.
Thank you, Sam. And over to Tanya.
Well, I echo everybody's congratulations to Q. That was a great presentation. As I said, I learned about things that I had no idea that insurance was offered for. So just to let you know, I am driving back to Ottawa from Murphy's Point campsite, which was motivated because I am a great big sea fan. and Sean McCann was traveling around Eastern Canada, really. And he does have shows in Ottawa, but they're all sold out. And I asked my husband, well, would you be willing to go to Bancroft? So we saw Sean McCann in Bancroft on Saturday, which then we tacked on this camping afterwards. So that's been a lot of my week, trying to just get ready for all of that. And but I did have a conversation with Steve Brennetmeyer and a very brief conversation with Ishmael, all towards being able to get my website up and running. Hopefully that'll be coming soon. So I hope to have some announcements on that forthcoming. Have a great week, everybody.
Tanya, thank you so much. And Penny Lee, over to you, ma'am.
All right, so I have had a successful week. I have my schedule in place for the fall season, which I'm really excited about. And I've had an opportunity to work with Ismail this past week. He's working on moving my website to a new hosting platform. And I've got a new program that I'm going to integrate that'll make registration and payment much easier. So I'm very excited about that. Also working with Steve Brennetmeyer on a little video for my Moving to Heal practice. I want to thank Mike for the referral to Tanya because I actually did a wedding for his niece a couple weeks ago, and we just connected again yesterday, and I'm going to be doing a collaborative event that she is offering at her facility, her venue, at the end of October. So that's really exciting, where we're going to introduce Nia. And I find it very fascinating. In the last week, I've had somebody from Elmer drive all the way out here to my home studio to dance with me. And now Tanya from Kempville is driving to Embrum, Russell, for my class tomorrow in person. So you never know that people will make an effort and drive the distance for something that they really want. So thank you, Q, for your presentation. I've seen you do this before. I think you did this last year, this presentation. Always a really good reminder, though, because there are lots of people I know who are in business who could benefit. So I'll keep that in mind. Have a great week, everyone.
Penny, thank you so much. And over to Tony.
Hey, thank you very much, Bernie. Yeah, great presentation, Q. Yeah, it was a good way to look at things from my clients. Sometimes they'll have different ideas of looking at other businesses. Some of them actually buy businesses. And this is one part of it that really makes a lot of sense. It gives them a little more security if they're investing in a sole proprietorship type of thing. So thank you for that. Had a great time at the Mingle last night. Yeah, it was great. I always have so much fun at those. And of course, I had a smile on my face just arriving because I went there with my motorcycle. So that was always fun. There we connected to Malcolm and his apprentice and everything, so that was good to see him again. And did some business with Imma. I placed an order for some stuff for Phoenix. Susan McGarry, I placed an order with her. I should get that next week. And I going to be meeting with Carl up sometime this week. Josh, I just sent him some business. And Penny Lee, after you talked about the lung and the heart and everything, and that was kind of my infomercial. It reminded me of this client, so I won't mark it down as a referral yet. I'll talk to her. I'm going to be talking to her later today to follow up, and I will send that. The schedule that you posted in the chat. Is it okay if I send that to her? It's an online. Yeah. Okay. So that'll at least give you a good introduction there. And Susan, looking forward to working with you. It was meant to be in your hands somehow. So let's see what universe has in store for you. Thanks a lot, Bernie.
Alex, over to you, sir.
Okay, thanks, Bernie. Hugh, great presentation. Thanks for raising awareness around the critical person insurance. That's quite relevant, interesting. In terms of myself, so far this week, I've met with Norm from Boyer Boys. We had breakfast together yesterday, had a BAM, which was good. And we're going to reciprocate with some leads for each other. It's excellent to meet David Humphreys. I admire the work that you're doing, David. I've just done a quick look-see, and it's pretty inspiring. So great to see you, and enjoyed you being part of it today. I've got the Property Wizard podcast coming up on the weekend. I'm doing with Bernie. Greater Ottawa Home Builders Association, got a meeting with them this week. And this afternoon, heading to the Canadian Zero Emission Vehicle Industry Reception. So that's me for the week. Thank
Alex,
you.
thank you so much. David, how did you find the meeting today?
Both you and Penny Lee have been trying to get me here for ages, as you know. It was amazing. It's really nice to see both of you and Tony again. I'm really happy to say that, as Penny Lee knows, my walk has been a very stressful thing since 2019 when we started because of COVID, but Penny Lee has been a big supporter of me for many years, and I appreciate everything. So I'm hoping you guys get a chance to look at it. And Penny, if you didn't get my information, Penny Lee and Bernie and Tony all have it, so they can get it to you.
We have it. Yeah.
But I'm great that I was able to finally get here. Thank you to Jacqueline Richards, who is a friend of mine. She sent me the link this last night. So it was a great meeting.
Yeah, David, how often do you do these? Is it once a year or twice a year? Or?
So we try to do them. We want to do them twice a year, as Penny knows, because she's been involved. This is our first one because of COVID. We do a gala every year in March. March is Cerebral Palsy Awareness Month, and October 6th is World Cerebral Palsy Day. So I try, all my big events happen when something's cerebral palsy related.
Okay. I know it's probably late for sponsors and so on because it's happening.
No, absolutely not. As Penny knows, we are looking for sponsors. Because of COVID and because of things that have happened, we are looking for sponsors. Like, we were supposed to be at Wesley Clover Park in September, and it fell through because of sponsorship. So yes, if anybody wants to sponsor,
okay,
message me or get Penny Lee to message me, and I can send out the package, because Penny Lee.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Just so we have it, because we could actually post that, Bernie, if you want to do that on the 7th of October, we could post it for the others. Okay. We'll see how that works. Thanks a lot, David. Good.
Linda, you have your hand raised.
I do. David, is this a dog-friendly walk? Can we bring our dog?
So the issue we have there is it's at the Superdome, inside the Superdome on Hunt Club. And when it's outside, like it's supposed to have been, it'll be at Wesley Clover Park, so we'll be fine. We're just in talks with them for next year.
Yeah, you could bring your bearded dragon to this walk.
Okay, thank you.
And over to Q. Q, how was your week, other than the wisdom teeth? And I'm sorry to hear about that.
Yeah.
Glad it went through, but still sorry because it's no fun.
Bernie. So recently I sent a referral to Matthew Leader with regard to the heat pump system. And on that, no BAM yet. I was away for a while in Europe, but looking forward to reconnect with you. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let's see. Carl actually invited me to a session last week where he was doing a presentation, and ended up having a referral out of that, which is adding to the podcast family. I attended a session with Tony last Friday, and of course the Mix and Mingle. That's kind of a wrap for me because we're at the 8:59 and 9 is wrap up time. Quote for the day: "There is nothing impossible to they who will try," and that's from